Ladies and gentlemen, you see, I just listened to the interview between Daniel Bwala and Hassan of Al Jazeera. You see, in that interview, a lot was said. But you see, Daniel Bwala was not prepared for that interview, actually. He was actually been preparing for it. In fact, he even made it known to the public that he's coming on an interview with Al Jazeera and he's coming to face Hassan without fully prepared. He thought he's prepared, but he didn't know that he wasn't prepared at all. This is Hassan in Al Jazeera interview. It's not an Arise interview, you get. And to be honest, I will urge Arise News, all those Nigeria media, TV media, and other medias to learn from these people, because this is how to interview all those politicians that thinks that they could just come and do anything they like with Nigerians. You get. Daniel Bwala was brilliant. He's a very brilliant man, no doubt about that. But he got what he wasn't expected. Hassan simply used what he has said against him. Exactly. Politics is about. They thought politics is about just talking without remembering what you said. You get, or you just talk and you believe that at the end nothing is going to happen. This is exactly what he used against him. And to be honest, Bwala was a disappointment to Nigerian. I just urge Tinubu to look into this shit, because what he did was actually what we didn't expect. There was nowhere he couldn't defend himself. There was nowhere to run to. You can start. Hassan battered him completely. So what are you going to say about this? Because Hassan was prepared. You should be prepared, because you said a lot of things during the 2023 election. Then you were not in Tinubu government. Now you came into Tinubu government. You started defending every single thing that was happening in Tinubu government without knowing that internet never forgets. You see, internet can never forget. And that is exactly what happened. Internet do not forget. Everything that you have said about the bullion value, about how Tinubu imported criminals into the country, everything that you said, Hassan played it to you. You understand? He told you everything, and there was no way you could deny all these things. Honestly, I just urge Arise TV, because I always listen to them, I always watch their interview, Abati, OJ, Rufai, Tayo, and all that. I really want you guys to learn from this guy. Let's be interviewing our politicians like they let them know that whenever they make promises, it's not just promises that they will just promise and they will forget. No, we must remind them of what they have said so far, what they are going to do before they enter power, and ever since they are in power, what they have said they are going to do and that they've not done. You get. You see, I want to say this, but the thing is, actually, Tinubu, that man is a real politician. He knows how to get back at anybody that has offended him. You listen to you saw the recent posting that they did now. They took Reno Omokri to Mexico, where we know what always happened there. And remember that when he was not on a Tinubu government, he was the one that said Tinubu is a drug lord. You understand? Tinubu allowed him to say all this rubbish that is in his mouth. At the end, Tinubu draw him back into his government. And what did he do? He slam in an ambassadorial role and throw him to Mexico. That place where waiting they happen there now. You throw him down there, go and sit down there. Shebi you say a drug lord. Now you don't see CDB. That was what Tinubu did to him. Daniel Bwala, when he was in opposition, saying all sort of things, what did Tinubu do? He brought him as his what? Not take him to go and face Hassan. Disgrace himself there. You see? Erufai was one of the founder of APC. He's a very close friend of his that time when they were forming APC. In fact, when he won the election, what did he say? He was on pulpit when he was saying that if Erufai did not come and make a promise that he's not going to leave the pulpit. Erufai came. What happened? What happened today? He's paying Erufai. But in fact, Tinubu knows how to deal with all these people. You see the Northerners? Tinubu is the one that fits them. You understand? They were believing that Nigeria is their property. Nigeria belongs to them. And what happened? Tinubu is in government today. 80% of the appointment is Yorubas. Tinubu put the Northerners where they belong. This is exactly what the Northerners usually do. In fact, now Tinubu fixed this government too. But if he had, my own problem with Tinubu is this: if he had channeled this strength, this whole energy, the way he used to deal with everybody, if he has put that energy into Nigeria system, economy, infrastructure, you know, Nigeria would have been better. He made a promise that okay, if Nigeria do not have light after 4 years, don't vote him next when he wants to campaign. And I pray that Nigeria should use this against him as well. Internet never forget. That's what people need to know. Cheers, guys.